This cat nearly died because of a behavior that only male cats usually show, and his owner had no idea. She thought it was normal until he stopped eating, started hiding, and ended up in the emergency room. And what saved him was knowing the difference between male and female instincts, and this is just the beginning. Today, we're going deep into the world of cats. Specifically, the shocking, little-known differences between male and female cats that most owners never even consider. We're going to compare how they behave, how they bond with humans, how they fight, how they love, and even how they age. And by the end of this video, you'll not only know which gender is the best match for you, but you'll also avoid dangerous mistakes that could hurt your cat emotionally and physically. So let's start with the basics. But trust me, things are about to get intense. Why is this important? Because knowing the subtle differences can literally save lives. Dr. Karen Becker, an integrative wellness vet, once said, "Understanding your pet's natural behavior is the key to giving them a safe and meaningful life." And that's exactly it. Too many cats are abandoned, misunderstood, or misdiagnosed simply because people expect them to behave the same when they don't. One viewer even commented, "I thought my male cat was just aggressive, until I found out he was actually in pain from being over." So yeah, this is personal, emotional, and real. Let's get into it. But just when you think you've got it figured out, we'll reveal a strange behavior that female cats show, and most owners think it's affection, but it's actually a sign of stress. Do you know what it is? Keep watching, because you're going to want to check your own cat for this sign by the end of the video. And hey, if any of this reminds you of your cat, have you seen this in your cat? Drop it in the comments. This cat nearly died because of a behavior that only male cats usually show, and his owner had no idea. She thought it was normal until he stopped eating, started hiding, and ended up in the emergency room. And what saved him was knowing the difference between male and female instincts, and this is just the beginning. Today, we're going deep into the world of cats. Specifically, the shocking, little-known differences between male and female cats that most owners never even consider. We're going to compare how they behave, how they bond with humans, how they fight, how they love, and even how they age. And by the end of this video, you'll not only know which gender is the best match for you, but you'll also avoid dangerous mistakes that could hurt your cat emotionally and physically. So let's start with the basics. But trust me, things are about to get intense. Why is this important? Because knowing the subtle differences can literally save lives. Dr. Karen Becker, an integrative wellness vet, once said, "Understanding your pet's natural behavior is the key to giving them a safe and meaningful life." And that's exactly it. Too many cats are abandoned, misunderstood, or misdiagnosed simply because people expect them to behave the same when they don't. One viewer even commented, "I thought my male cat was just aggressive, until I found out he was actually in pain from being over." So yeah, this is personal, emotional, and real. Let's get into it. But just when you think you've got it figured out, we'll reveal a strange behavior that female cats show, and most owners think it's affection, but it's actually a sign of stress. Do you know what it is? Keep watching, because you're going to want to check your own cat for this sign by the end of the video. And hey, if any of this reminds you of your cat, have you seen this in your cat? Drop it in the comments. If you thought behavior was the biggest difference between male and female cats, wait until you learn what happens inside their bodies, because one simple decision, spaying or neutering, changes everything. And in some cases, it can mean the difference between a long, happy life or chronic pain and disease. Let's talk about the health risks no one tells you about. First, let's clear the biggest myth. Some people still believe that female cats should have at least one litter before being spayed, but this is completely false. According to the American Veterinary Medical Association, cats that are spayed before their first heat cycle have a 91% lower risk of developing breast cancer. Yes, you heard that right? 91%. That's not just a number, that's a life saved. And breast cancer in female cats is not like in humans. It spreads faster, it's more aggressive, and it's often fatal if not caught early. So waiting for your cat to have kittens, that's not kindness, it's risk. Real, dangerous risk. On the male side, the benefits of neutering are just as big. Neutered males are far less likely to develop testicular cancer, but more importantly, they're less likely to roam, get into fights, or suffer injuries from aggressive encounters. According to AS, neutering a male cat reduces the urge to escape the house by over 90%, which means fewer car accidents, fewer infections, and a calmer, safer cat at home. And here's the part most people miss. Hormones don't just affect sex drive, they change the brain. Yes, spayed and neutered cats actually think and behave differently than intact ones. Males become more affectionate, more playful, less territorial. Females become more relaxed, more open to bonding, and far less stressed. But timing matters. Spaying or neutering too early, especially before 8 weeks, can increase the risk of orthopedic problems later. Too late, and you risk permanent behavior patterns like spraying or aggression. The sweet spot, most vets agree, between 4 and 6 months of age. before sexual maturity but after key development stages. Seen your cat act completely different after surgery. You're not alone. Have you noticed it? Comment below. We read everything. Now, let's talk urinary issues. This one is big, especially for male cats. Male cats have a much narrower urethra than females, and this makes them far more likely to suffer from urinary blockage, which can be fatal in a matter of hours, if not treated. According to Cornell University's Feline Health Center, urinary obstructions are one of the top reasons male cats end up in emergency vet care, and the signs are subtle. Straining to pee, frequent litter box visits, licking the genital area, or even crying. It's heartbreaking, because it happens fast and without warning, and sadly, many owners mistake it for constipation or stress. This is one of those moments where knowing your cat's sex could literally save their life. So if you have a male cat, monitor litter box habits closely. Keep them hydrated and avoid high magnesium diets. Prevention here is everything. Now let's switch to female cats for a moment. Their biggest invisible threat, Pumatra. It's a life-threatening infection of the uterus, and it only happens to unspayed females. It can occur without any warning. One day she's eating and purring, the next day she's lethargic, not eating, and has a bloated abdomen. And if not treated with emergency surgery, she will die. According to Piet de Bay, around 1 in 4 unspayed female cats will develop Pumatra by age 10. 1 in 4. That's why spaying is not about preventing pregnancy. It's about protecting her from a silent killer. Let's talk about obesity now. There's a common belief that neutered cats become fat and lazy. But the truth is deeper than that. Yes, spaying and neutering slow down metabolism, but that doesn't automatically lead to obesity. The real cause, overfeeding and boredom. Studies show that male cats gain weight more quickly post-neuter, especially if they were already food-motivated. And female cats, while they gain less, are more prone to emotional eating under stress. So, gender matters, even in feeding routines. Give males more playtime and controlled portions. Give females quiet spaces and emotional safety during mealtime. Have you noticed your cat changed their appetite after surgery? Let us know below. Your comment might help another cat owner right now. And now, the emotional side. Female cats are more likely to develop anxiety-related behaviors after trauma, such as abandonment, loud noises, or major home changes. They might stop grooming, hide for long periods, or even refuse to eat. Male cats, on the other hand, are more likely to become destructive, chewing, knocking things down, over-grooming, or becoming hyperactive. Why does this matter? Because the way you respond to their stress should be different. A male cat might need stimulation, play therapy, puzzle feeders. A female might need silence, closeness, and gentle touch. Knowing this could be the difference between healing your cat or making it worse. Coming up next, in part 3, we'll explore how male and female cats love differently, how they bond with humans, how they parent, and which gender is a better match for your personality and lifestyle. This part will surprise you, especially the hidden ways cats show loyalty. And if this video already gave you new insight, if this helped you see your cat in a whole new light, just imagine the next one. If this video helped, imagine what the next one will unlock. Hit subscribe now so you don't miss it. Have you ever felt like your cat chose you, and not the other way around? Well, they probably did, but the reason why they bonded with you and how deeply might have everything to do with their gender. Because male and female cats love differently, and understanding that difference might change the way you see every moment with your cat from now on. Let's start with male cats. They're often described as dog-like, friendly, affectionate, social. They'll follow you from room to room, jump on your lap, even when you're busy, and rub their faces all over you, as if saying, mine, 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 mine. They bond quickly, sometimes within a few days, and when they trust you, they're all in. But this has a downside. Because they form strong attachments fast, male cats can also experience separation anxiety. Ever come home and find shredded curtains, knocked over cups, or a cat meowing like he's been abandoned for days? That's not mischief, that's grief. Have you seen your cat go into full meltdown when you're away? Let us know in the comments. You're not alone. Female cats are different. They observe first, they test, they wait, but when they choose to trust you, it's deep, unshakable, and often forever. One study from the University of Lincoln found that female cats form secure, based attachments with their humans, similar to how children bond with their mothers. It's subtle, quiet, love, the kind that follows you silently into the bathroom, or sits a few feet away, just watching you. She may not always want to be touched, but she always want to be near. And if she's gone silent or hiding, it means something's wrong. Emotionally, not just physically. Here's something many people don't realize. Female cats are more emotionally reactive to the energy of the home. Loud arguments, chaos, change. They feel it first, and most male cats might react with behavior. Females react with withdrawal. So who's more loving? It's not about more. It's about how male cats love like extroverts, female cats love like introverts. You'll feel male affection immediately. You'll learn female affection gradually and deeply. Now, what about who's more likely to snuggle up with you all night? The answer: neutered males. They're statistically more likely to seek full-bodied contact during sleep, especially in colder weather. Female cats prefer to sleep near you, but rarely on you. It's a matter of trust and control. They want to be close enough to feel your warmth, but far enough to feel safe. That's not distance, that's respect. Have you ever had a cat that only sleeps by your head or feet, but never on your chest? That's probably a queen, and she's guarding you, silently. Let's talk about vocalization. You may have noticed your female cat is more talkative. And you're right, she is. According to feline research, unspayed females in particular have a wider range of vocal tones, from soft chirps to loud yowls, especially during heat cycles. But even after being spayed, many female cats remain more expressive vocally than males. Male cats, on the other hand, tend to vocalize with purpose, food, play, or attention. Females might talk just to connect. So if your cat talks to you all day, and you find yourself answering back, you're not crazy. She's talking to her person. Now let's ask the big question. Which gender is right for you? If you live in a small apartment, love routine, and prefer a quieter, independent companion, a female cat may be your perfect match. She'll respect your space, adapt to your energy, and won't need constant entertainment. But she will need emotional consistency, calm energy, and soft gestures. She notices everything, even when you're not speaking. If you want a best friend, a shadow, a couch buddy who plays like a clown and loves like a puppy, go for a male. Especially if you're the kind of person who talks to your cat all day, plays chase around the house, and loves full-on. Just be ready to meet his emotional needs. He's not just cute, he's connected. Of course, every cat is unique. These are general patterns, not rules. There are shy males and bold females, cuddly queens and silent toms. But knowing these tendencies helps you tune in, helps you give them what they really need, not what we assume they want, because cats aren't mysterious. We just haven't learned their language yet. But now, you're starting to understand it, and that changes everything. Coming up next, we'll wrap everything up with the most surprising facts, how gender affects play, communication, territory, and even how long they live. Plus, a final story of a male and a female cat raised together, and how they loved completely differently. If this video opened your heart or helped you understand your cat better, imagine what you'll feel in the next one. If this video helped, imagine the next. Hit that subscribe button, and let's finish this journey together. So far, we've uncovered how male and female cats behave, how they love, how they react to stress, and even how their bodies respond to danger. But now, let's dive into the final layer, the subtle, silent differences that you might never notice. Unless someone shows you, differences that change how cats play, how they communicate, how long they live, and how they say goodbye. Let's start with play. You might think cats just chase things, pounce, and bat at random objects. But male and female cats actually play with different purposes. Male cats tend to engage in predatory simulation. They chase, tackle, and wrestle, mimicking hunting and social hierarchy. This is especially true in multi-cat homes, where males are often the clowns of the group. They stir up chaos. They initiate group play. They create movement. Female cats, however, often play in a more focused and calculated way. They stalk more than chase. They watch before they move, and they are more likely to end play quickly if over. It's not that they don't like fun, it's that their brains are wired for efficiency. They prefer one-on-one interaction, shorter sessions, and toys that mimic prey they can control. Have you noticed your female cat loses interest in toys faster? She's not bored, she's just done. That's how queens move with intention. And now, one of the most emotional differences, how cats say goodbye to other pets, to loved ones, and yes, to us. It's not a topic anyone wants to face, but if you truly love your cat, you must understand this. According to feline grief studies, male cats often express mourning outwardly. They meow more, search for their lost companion, and display signs of confusion and neediness. Female cats, in contrast, often withdraw. They eat less, hide longer, and sleep more. They grieve quietly, but deeply. One cat behaviorist told the story of a female cat named Luna. When her human died suddenly, Luna disappeared for 2 days. She wasn't lost. She was grieving. She was found curled up in the back of the closet, laying on one of her owner's old shirts. She didn't need food or toys. She needed silence, because grief in female cats often shows as stillness, not sound. And here's the question every cat parent eventually asks: do male or female cats live longer? Statistically speaking, female cats live slightly longer, about 1 to 2 years more on average, especially if spayed early. Why? Lower risk of injury, lower stress from territorial roaming, and stronger immune systems. But lifestyle? care, and environment have a bigger impact than gender. A well-cared-for male cat can outlive a stressed female cat any day. So the best way to give your cat a long life is simple. Know them for who they really are, not just as a cat, but as an individual. A male or female soul with unique needs, fears, and love languages. And now, as we close this journey, I want to leave you with one last story. It's about two cats, siblings from the same litter, raised in the same home, Max and Mira. Max was the male, outgoing, wild, constantly meowing and climbing the curtains. Mira was calm, watchful, gentle. She would curl next to her owner's chest every night, but only after everyone else had gone to bed. They lived together for 13 years. When Max got sick first, Mira started grooming him constantly, even letting him eat first, something she had never done. And when he passed, Mira sat by his bed for hours. Then, 4 weeks, she stopped eating. She didn't want a new toy or a new cat. She wanted him. And eventually, she came back to life, but differently, more present, more affectionate, like she was carrying a piece of Max inside her. And that's what makes cats so powerful. They don't love loudly, they love deeply, and whether male or female, their hearts are bigger than we'll ever fully understand. But now, you understand a little more, don't you? So, what did you see in your own cat? Was it the silent loyalty of a queen, or the playful obsession of a tom? Tell us in the comments, because someone else watching might be going through the same thing. Have you seen this in your cat? Drop it below. We read every story, and if this video helped you see your cat in a new light, imagine the next one. If you love your cat, you can't miss it. So hit that subscribe button now. And remember, your cat is speaking. You just learned to hear them.